Hey folks, welcome back. We are just starting up the exploration age. I'm not exactly sure what they're called in Civilization 7 these days, but you all get the gist of it. And the game totally changes in this particular era of the game. All the legacy paths from the previous era are different, right? Like the culture, economic, military, and science paths have all changed with totally different ways of kind of making progress through the age. We played as Friedrich the Great, or is it the Great Friedrich? I don't know why I added the Great there. As the Greeks last time, I think is what I meant to say. And we era transitioned as the Mongolians. And the Mongolians are a little interesting because they kind of change the victory condition a little bit in this era. So if we look at the military, right here, non-sufficit orbis, you get points from settlements in distant lands and extra points if it's, other things, conquered settlements or follows your religion. But the Mongolians get points for conquering controlled settlements in your homeland as well. So it encourages you to actually take over your starting continent. Now, at the end of the last episode, I actually went through the Legacies, but I realized with, some people who may not have seen it, they might want some context on where we are. So I'm going to choose the Legacies again, just so you all can kind of see what that's all about, starting the exploration age. So let me get this fun little intro here that we don't really need. So we have 2 points of each. This comes from achieving some of the legacy objectives from the previous era. So we get the 1 wild card, and then we got 2 points on each of the paths last era. We really want fealty. The +2 settlement limit is going to be really good for us. We're also going to grab the Minister of the Sick. So we get the Piety Civic for free and 50% production towards temples. The Piety is what unlocks religion once you get a temple online. We're also going to grab 2 economic attribute points. We don't care about +10 gold here, right? +5 gold for every trade route in antiquity is not very powerful for us. And +1 science for every codex in antiquity, like +6 science is not that much. So I think we're going to take 2 scientific attribute points. We're going to leave our capital as is, and we're going to use our wild card to get a militaristic attribute point. We'll confirm that.
I take refuge
and as you can see, we get piety for free. It's us temple and commune. So let's change our policies, and you can see we have all our Greek policies from the last era, but all the other ones are gone. So we're going to start with commune. +20% reduction towards overbuilding means so you have some of the districts from the previous era that are actually no longer relevant, right? They don't provide any outputs, and you build over them. So this provides extra production when you're overbuilding. And then I'm thinking maybe this one right here, 50% influence towards initiating and progressing the Befriend Independence project. So we have some extra influence from various sources, and independents respawn basically in this era. So I lost all my previous ones, but as I go out to explore the distant lands, I'll come across new ones that I can befriend and ultimately suzerain. So let's go ahead and get our attributes here. I'm thinking here we get the +1 culture and settlements for each resource assigned to them. And economy, obviously we have to get this one first. And then +2 gold for every tech and civic mastery completed in an age. Unlikely we're going to have that many trade routes given we're playing as the Mongolians. For militaristic, we want the +1 settlement limit. And commanders gain a free level, and new commanders start with a free level. Pretty good. Then in scientific, +1 science per age on palace and city halls. And then I'm thinking we actually get the 25% science towards researching tech masteries. I would really like to be very efficient with science in this era, because we don't have a ton of science output, but our culture output's pretty good. I mean, relatively speaking. I think we're going to start with the temple. And we're going to overbuild. Yeah, we can overbuild the monument here, maybe. And that'll be a little bit more production efficient because of the policy that we slotted here, right? The +20% production towards overbuilding. We also have some resources available. For some reason the camel got removed. Camels are really good because they give you +2 resource assignments in a city, and they don't actually take up the slot that you put them in. So definitely worthwhile to get camels where you can, and we'll drop that in there. Now, something you have to know about when you start a new era is everything except your capital reverts back to being town. We're going to change this right here to farming town, because now this will send food to Athens, which is kind of struggling to grow right now. That'll update on the next turn. And here, we're probably going to just convert this into a city right away. I'm going to go ahead and spend that gold, because we want a functional city right off the bat here. We might also start with a temple here as well. A stonecutter actually wouldn't be too bad either to get a good amount of production. Yeah, we can build over again, I think. Build over the library, I guess. I don't think it really matters that much. And we're going to start with cartography, probably. Yeah, so cartography allows civilian and support units to enter the deep ocean. So we want to start exploring the world as much as we can, and I'll show you why in just a moment. And as you can see, we started with piety, so we could go up to inspiration right away, which unlocks a policy card, plus 10% production towards constructing wonders, as well as a wonder that has some relic slots. Or we can go for economics, which would provide access to merchants. So I don't really have a great idea of which direction I want to go. Let's take a look at the victory conditions. I guess they're not victories, but like age progress on the legacy paths. So the culture path has the display 12 relics in your empire, excuse me. So you get relics through religious stuff, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but this plays into a strong religion game. The economic path, the 30 treasure fleet points returning from distant lands, that requires a lot of exploration and settlement. Military, we can conquer stuff as well as spread religion to distant lands for cities that we own. And then science, 5 districts that have 40 total yield each. Okay, so let's think about what we want to do. We also have the Mongolian civics, and these are potentially interesting because I think there's a lot of settlement limit in here. Yeah. I don't know if we want to start with this, though. So we have the Orto. Doesn't remove warehouse bonuses, plus 5 gold, base yield, restores movement to Mongol units, and then plus 4 happiness and settlements not founded by you for each resource assigned to them. Not bad. We could go for like an early wonder, right? I don't know if that's the way we want to play into this. Constructing a building on a coast train grants culture yield 50% of the cost, 3 relic slots. And relic slots could be nice. I feel like maybe we just start with Tomb of Askia, that's not bad. Maybe we just start with economics to get the merchants available, and then we can go from there. And then we have a promotion available here because of the thing that we took from the legacy traits, or whatever they're called. So what do we want? I haven't really looked at leadership. Plus 5. I think this mostly buffs settlements. And units with command rates can be upgraded as if in friendly territory and heal 10 HP when upgraded. Plus 5 combat for all units attacking when using focus fire, coordinated attack, or strike ability, plus 1 health. Heal 5 HP after attacking, that's not bad. This is mostly defensive. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for assaults. I'm going to go down the right side of the tree, I think, because the unique units for the Mongols has a ranged attack. So I'm hoping that applies to them. I mean, maybe it'll be cavalry. I don't know. Either way, it'll be useful. Okay. There's still a lot that I don't know about the game, obviously, as you can see. And I am thinking that right away I want to denounce Himiko again. So they have a pretty developed city kind of on this side of the world. And I think it would be silly of me to not try to go for this. And gonna start unloading units here. Thankfully my commander started up here. Actually, they have a huge command range. Not sure why I can't unload a unit on that tile. A little confusing. Okay. We're going to try to declare war on them and take that city. And the main reason we want to take that city is simply because... actually, we're going to put the units up here as well. That didn't go. The main reason we want to take the city is because it gives us a town that's coastal, and that is very important for the treasure fleets for the economic path for this era. Let's head out onto open ocean. One thing I need to bear in mind as well is that I'm going to need some settlers. As the Mongols, I do have a penalty to settler production, so I don't want to like build too many of them. But I will need a few to at least claim the distant land stuff. Okay. This units can just idle for the time being, and everyone else I'm just going to have fortify or idle depending on what tile they're on. Okay. And there we go. So let's get started in this era properly. I don't have any siege units, but I think that's fine. I can already declare war on them. So I think I'm just gonna do that. And, yep, I can do a formal war. And because of one of my militarist traits, I start with a +1 bonus here. I'm going to support myself, so it's +2. But I don't want to deal with war weariness to the extent that I can avoid it. Oh yeah, man, they crush city districts. Holy cow. Go there. Swap these guys, because these actually have 2 range. I suppose these are still the ancient walls, so they're not, like, particularly strong anymore, you know? Now, you'll remember last time around that I had a lot of difficulty taking Cahokia, but I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot now. Alright. This one seems to make the most sense. Production towards cavalry and naval units, or 20% food, I think fits the bill the best for the Mongols, given my position. +1 influence in all settlements makes more sense to me than an immediate injection. We'll fortify there. Okay. Idle. And this cog. Hoping it doesn't take too much damage. We could maybe buy another cog here. I think I'm gonna do that. Just so I can like explore up this way as well. Okay. 12 culture per turn for both of us. Sounds good. I am also actually going to... I don't have enough there, or I have an active thing already. Because I'm denouncing Himiko, so I can only have one denouncement going at once. But I would like to denounce Ashoka as well and start taking over some of his territories, because he has quite a few that are in like annoying places and pretty vulnerable. This is his capital, would be great to take that. He has several wonders there. And I'm going to go for the crab. I used to do the turtle, but I'm going to do my usual religion of Uberism. There we go. And let's add our belief. So this is how you generate relics, is basically through converting other settlements. I learned in my first game that there are a couple that are perhaps not so good. So Brahmanism and Apostolism are challenging. And the main reason for that is that you actually can't convert an enemy holy site, which seems to almost always be their capital city. So this one, like, their holy site has to not be their capital to get any value out of it, and wonders are like very concentrated in the capital. So both of those like would not have been very good for me. in the last game that I've played, so I'm kind of wanting to avoid that. So let's take a look at the other ones. City-state conversion. First-time conversion of another civilization settlement with temple or altar. Distant lands that's not a city-state. That one wouldn't be too bad. This one feels too limited, where they're producing treasure fleets. At least 10 rural population also feels kind of limited. That's at least 10 urban population. I'm going to go for the one with settlement in distant lands that is not city-states. And then for my benefit here, 4 science for every foreign settlement following your religion. 8 culture, gold, and science for every tile that has a natural wonder in other civilization settlements following your religion. I think this is all about like foreign stuff, basically. I mean, if I converted Ravenna, that would immediately get me a big injection. I guess like that one maybe. Like I said, all the wonders are going to be concentrated in the capitals, so that's probably not very good. 4 culture for every foreign settlement following your religion. I'd like to get science from this, really, but I might have to settle for, like, culture or gold. Maybe tithe. I do feel like gold is pretty valuable in Civ 7. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try tithe here. See how that works out. Alright. Keshig. Let's see. We are going to put that guy in there. Move the sword up. Move the Keshig up by swapping. Back to Courser. Suppose that army commander needs to go. Okay. Then this cog. Keep going. Okay. So found some land there. So we need to find something that back. I think I can push forward because I need to hit the city. Oh, why's my army commander up front there? So we need to start hitting that city. I got a little distracted there, sorry about that. It says 2 culture in all settlements or 1 militarist attribute point. I'm going to take that attribute point because I am so far down the tree already, but I have to capture a settlement first. Okay. I think I'll need to kill that Courser. Also, yeah, I think I want to try to attack that guy because they're messing me up at the moment. That guy, I'm just going to have to hope survives. I'm fine if I have to sacrifice a unit or two. It's really not that big of a deal. Take out that Courser there. Swordsman. I'm fine with them just fortifying. They're basically a wall. Okay, so over here, we need to find certain resources, basically. Boost early available civic, plus 200 gold. I'll take the gold. And certain resources allow you to create treasure fleets, which is how you eventually get the economic victory path. And you also need a certain tech in order to get treasure fleets. I believe it's shipbuilding. So we'll need to make sure that we research that tech as well. You don't want these heavy archers alive. Too much damage potential there. Oh, they can't hit them apparently. Okay, so they'll hit the city districts. They'll take out that unit. These guys will heal. Give a diplomatic action. I'm just going to accept for a little bit of gold. And Czar, saw pit. We don't have camps or woodcutters here. We could go for a settler. I think probably the right call, as we want to kind of get out in this direction as soon as possible. Some niter here. Siege and naval units get +1 combat strength. None of the resources that we're looking for yet, though. Okay, we'll continue to attack the city. Getting those heavy archers, because we don't want to deal with them. There we go. And swords can heal. Silver. We already have some silver. Is this even distant lands at the moment? Check the continent. There are treasure resources available, but we don't know what they are yet. Let's go back to this. Actually, I realized my yields are off, which I don't really like. Okay. Is this cog even able to attack me, really? It doesn't seem like it. Okay. Idle. I'm really only interested in this city. I don't care about, like, totally knocking them out. The problem with knocking out the players is that'll increase the age progress. So it makes the age end faster. So it is kind of designed to discourage you. Okay, so here's sugar, which creates treasure fleets. We'll still need to get the appropriate tech. However, we will want to send a settler over there. You'll also see that that's Napoleon. We have not met Napoleon. So during the first era, you know, you only meet so many players because there's an entire other continents that you're not able to explore or discover. So you first make contact with them during the exploration era. And that is what we're coming across right now. So over the course of this era, we'll discover 4 more players. Napoleon being the first. Okay. Yeah, I think that was worth attacking. See if we can get any spots here. The nice thing about the settlements is that still need 5 turns before the settler can go in open ocean. Nice thing about the settlements is, like, you don't need to have optimal cities, right? You can just have, like, little tiny towns that serve certain strategic purposes. So I'm gonna try to befriend these guys. I have a whole bunch of influence and would like to use reign cities if I can. Let's go for the production on Colosseum. I think Athens seems pretty okay with the amount of happiness it has at the moment. I also purchased a stone cutter. I don't want to build it over something that already exists, because I currently have a production bonus to those things. So we can put it on a new tile. This one doesn't really benefit from any kind of adjacency, so we can put it kind of out of the way. Okay, and we need to choose a civic. The economics is done. Let's see. Forbidden City. I mean, vassalage, probably not that useful right now. House of Wisdom, 3 relic slots, settlement limit. It would be nice to get relic slots. Like, I don't have a great idea of what wonders are kind of worth going for, you know? Also go for theology, which would, yeah, I mean, this gives us additional religious stuff. And I should probably, how much is it to purchase the missionaries? I'll need to start spreading soon. So 500 for a missionary. Keshig shoots here. There. And we're going to keep that one. So because I'm the Mongols, yep, I have some progress towards this, even though it's not in the distant lands. So that is a Mongol-specific benefit. And there is my militarist attribute point. Now, units receive +2 HP when healing. That one's also repeatable. If I get one more, I get +5 combat strength for all units against districts, which would be amazing. Oh, right. So the Mongols, when they capture a city, let me, it's right here. When you capture an opposing settlement, gain the strongest cavalry unit you can currently train, but minus 50% production towards settlers. So because I captured the settlement, I now got a courser for free. I have a bonus resource here. We'll just assign it to like the one place I can actually put it. Okay. And no longer really need this guy. I'm kind of inclined to leave her alive. Need 2 turns. Can I denounce this guy yet? No. So I want to position, probably to take these cities out. Just like load these guys up. Because the horsemen should be able to travel pretty fast on their own. Settlements, that one, they seem to be doing fine. Yes. Make sure we kill this courser here. Pretty strong courser. So I think this one is probably the strongest city, so we'll probably want to go after that one first. So we'll denounce, and that'll allow us to declare a formal war so that we're not taking a ton of war support penalties when we finally declare war. So we have 3 more turns before the settler can go out in the open ocean. Sean? They declare war on me? They did. Interesting. Wasn't expecting them to do that so quickly. I guess, because I feel like it would have been a surprise war that they would have had to declare, right? So hopefully they'll get some penalties there. I might need to get a Keshig in here quickly, and I'm just going to purchase one, just so I have at least some ranged support, and let's actually bump one up over producing another settler, because right now I only have one location that I really want to settler in, which is for the sugar there, so I can start getting treasure fleets in the future. Also try to get a temple in here. 5 happiness there. But if I overbuild, that gets me a little extra production because of the policy I have slotted. Make peace with Himiko. Is great. Now we can start moving these units. Alright. And this Keshig. Let's see. No, I didn't mean to move you there. Okay, that felt a little silly. Regardless. Because I meant to like move him here, but I had him like there, and I right-clicked on this tile, and then it tried to go to his movement that it was previously assigned. I obviously did not want. Now I can't deploy those units this turn. That is what it is. They should still be fine. Okay. Come out of there. So no, like, luxuries down here that create treasure fleets. I've only found the sugar so far. I will need to get a cog over here once that's feasible, which is not yet.
The map was...
Okay, there's cartography. We're going to come up here. Thankfully, settlers are not, you can't just like walk on them and steal them anymore. They have health and can't really be stolen. I should maybe consider machinery for the catapults or observatory for the science. Actually, seems more important right now. Celebration. Go for the food. Extra production towards naval units. Yeah, I think that sounds okay. I can just wipe those heavy archers out pretty easily there. Let's move our swords up. And start moving them all into position. Because my commander is like hyper upgraded, he has a huge command radius, which is really convenient here. And this guy, who is low on health, will deploy right there so that he can heal. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I guess like right here. Is it access to a couple more luxuries than right there? Actually, these guys are a little slower than I would have thought. I could purchase a merchant. That might not be a bad idea, just to get some trade going. Oh yeah, and there's pearls right there, so I feel pretty good about that location. Right, because that guy has a really annoying city there. Okay, we can send our Keshigs and Courser down that way, and probably the Swordsmen as well. I don't think I really need to keep them in these cities. No, I'm trailing in civics, so this is not a concern for me. Swordsman down there, and we'll put the Keshig up here, where they can just shoot at the districts quite easily. And I think I'm just gonna start slamming into it so I can take it out as soon as possible. Another Keshig as well. Come down. I don't actually need these swords, they can hang out. You can find any more resources that are of import. Okay, so the merchants. What would be good? This one would be pretty easy to get to. One has several. I feel Madrid has furs, which I don't have, and I think is a global. So I think I'm gonna do Madrid, just so I can get access to that. Actually, I guess I do have furs. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Oh, there's some camels here. But I might need military units to safely get up here. Or I can try to befriend. If I add some support, this will go a little bit faster. Okay. Have that cog heal, it's pretty low health. And down here, we will want a wharf. And we can place it right there. And Keshig. Take down this city. I'm so used to the humankind's movement of cavalry that like this cavalry feels very slow to me right now. Right. And I can't even see it from there. I guess I'm gonna need to go around this way. Forcer is fine to head straight for it, I think. I don't want to get adjacent to it with my ranged units, though. And swords, idle. Okay. Alright, Keshig, Dongwu's boss. They have an army commander there now. Interesting. Didn't realize the army commander was there. Took him out no problem though. And heal and growth. Gypsum might be helpful. Cotton could be helpful. Yeah, let's grab the cotton. And do we want to buy a temple? Probably not. I think we actually still need to get missionaries rolling. We'll keep the settlement because, I mean, I get a ton of settlement limits from the Mongolian civics. So I have one here, I have one here, I have one here, and one here. So I have a lot of options. Okay. What's this? That's 15% gold. That might be worth it. Extra gold over the culture. Okay. Command units, they are good. Fortify. Hog that way. I really want to just settle like right there. Actually, I don't think I'll be able to because of where that city is. I'll need to try to integrate that city. I'll need to take over this one pretty fast because I couldn't settle too close, but this one would get access to camels, we get access to sugar. Whereas here we can go ahead and settle this city, and we're going to immediately grow out to the sugar so we can start that sooner rather than later. Won't be able to get treasure fleets quite yet because we need to get the prerequisite to research done first. And that Keshig took damage, so I feel like there's got to be other heavy archers in there. Okay. Cahokia. Could convert Cahokia to a city. Might be worth it. It is like... does have a decent bit of stuff in it. I think I'm going to do that. Get a city here. And... actually could build a cog because this is a navigable river. So if I wanted to send stuff out, stone cutter probably worthwhile here. I want it like kind of out of the way. And build it on this one. Okay. We can add some resources there. Are you doing your growing? Need 3 turns. Here, I'm going to put this on farming town, maybe. Yeah, let's put this on farming town so that it'll help the cities grow. I think probably... oh, that one I'm waiting. And Sparta. Yeah, I already put you on farming town. Okay. Okay, I got some more units showing up.
by knowing things in their true nature.
Okay, so we got a relic, a settler, we have a missionary. We're gonna start converting from other places. Let me remind myself what my religion is. Some conversion of another civilization settlement with temple or altar. Okay. Who knows if this place has a temple or altar yet? It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna try to prioritize that. We have a narrative. I'm gonna get the science because I'd really like to get astronomy. Okay. How do I actually choose a belief? Here it is. Okay. +5 combat strength in friendly settlements that follow this religion. That one's already been taken. 1 relic sought in temples and cities. Missionaries receive +1 charge. Trade route established settlements converted to your religion. Conversion could be good. Conquered settlements are converted to your religion. Let's maybe do that one. I feel like that'll probably stay relevant for me for the entire era, given I am playing as the Mongols. Okay. Need to take out the rest of those units there. Guys, find healing. And we actually don't have any walls, so this unit is vulnerable. Hopefully he doesn't just die immediately to Forcer. Can you not move there? Oh. Let me select the unit, please. What is going on? I see that. One of my units was being represented as if it were on the wrong tile. Okay. Take a look at civics. Not sure how much I care about wonders this era. I might just start on the Mongolian civics. This gets me my unique building and will let me get more settlement limit. Also, captured towns do not cost double to convert to cities, would be a really nice benefit to have. Saw pit doesn't seem that useful. Let's get another commander so I can start leveling them up. Oh, happiness. Yeah, I mean, not much I can do about that at the moment. Fishing key can go right there, I think. We'll eventually grab a temple in there as well, just to help with the happiness issue. Let's see if we can find any other resources that we need up that way. Needs to heal a bit. Village. Heal 30 HP. That can wait until I've taken a bit more damage there, I think. Okay. You're going after my swords there, rather than my settler. Works for me. Okay, see like zone controlled here. If I pull back here, I'll be out of range of the archers. So that's a little risky because they'll be on the water, so they could like theoretically step back and attack me. But I think they're going to be occupied trying to kill my units here. I'm gonna go ahead and pillage so I can heal up. Right, break you guys up. Right, so who were previously the Romans are now Spain. Also going to add war support here. Damascus got a little ways to go. And grow. Probably get the gold. We get a farm. I think the gold's probably most valuable. And then maybe a granary. Don't need that library anymore. I think we'll convert to a farming town here as well. That'll help my cities keep growing. And over here, we will grab the sugar. Narrative choice available. Be a commander. Okay, which I've already done apparently. Be moving with that settler. Oh, a new continent. Okay. Let's look at the continents map mode. There are treasure resources available. Alright. Oh, that's a start. Let's load this guy in the commander. The swordsman up. Keshig, you can shoot the courser. You can shoot the courser. Idling, that guy's healing. Take them out, okay. And we'll go after those archers in a moment here. Okay. Feeling alright so far. I wasn't expecting them to, like, declare war on me the moment I denounced them. The Keshigs are a little more vulnerable than I thought they were. I'm pulling the courser away. I don't think they'll manage to kill me because they're too low health. So I'm taking a bet that that Keshig will be fine. Make sure we get our general guy up. Take a shot on that heavy archer. They want to. Doesn't seem like they can shoot from there. Okay. Shooting that guy. And then we will, let's move one, and then hopefully I can melee with both of these guys and take this archer out. There we go. Alright. Going well so far, I would say. And, yeah, I'll just play him towards the general. Sparta's under attack. Okay, let's station our swords there, and that should be enough, since it's currently fortified. The settler is just coming up this way, and hoping we find something up here. Okay, let's befriend them. Working on that. All of them are hostile, which feels a little weird. Thankfully, I have a decent amount of influence production. Do I want another cog? Probably not. Bizarre. I mean, +7 gold is good. I can build it over the market. Let's do that. Anything in tech? Yeah, that's fine. Sources, yep, okay. Settler. We'll just go that way. And hope we can find something. Great Barrier Reef. We'll head over and take a look at that, I think. Some really nice yields on that. Right. Guy go there. Guy needs to heal. Guy can load up. Guy needs to unload and heal. Guy can load. Let's heal. Let's heal. Healing. Let's heal this guy as well. Okay. Okay. Oh, should have moved them. I think that Keshigs gonna die. I meant to move them back into the city first before I shot, and I did not do that, so I think they're gonna get blown up. Well, mistakes were made. So we're making that attack. Okay, merchant has arrived. Let's establish that trade route so we have some more resources available. Okay, and I mean, I guess we can using one. Whoop. What's this do? So I have happiness. Okay, yeah, we'll put the jade in Athens because I've got a decent chunk of gold being produced here. And we can get the bazaar. Yeah, let's build up with a library. Okay, so there's Sampa. Just gonna work my way up this way, I think. Oops. And here we can grow. Fishes are pretty good. Yeah, we might need to get a lumber mill in here eventually, but let's just do the fish for now. Growth here. Let's get the fish here, which I can assign somewhere. Help them grow a little bit. This still... There are... Okay, that's part of the home continent, it looks like. Okay, so I'll need to head this way to find the treasure resources. So I'm going to go into machinery and delay... Well, I guess I'll need heraldry to get to shipbuilding anyway, but I do want to get the catapults. I could maybe go for castles after that and get the tier 2 Keshig. Would be potentially an option. Okay, so we have another commander here. We go for the assault first and then maneuver. So let's load some guys up. I can come there. Here's both of my Keshigs. Pursue the archers there. That's good enough. Get them moving. That doesn't have nearly the movement, right? This level 10 guy has been with me from basically the start of the game, so I have a lot of flexibility with this one. I think I can move them there and they'll be able to I guess I took all their movement, but to really get that promotion that removes the movement penalty due to the terrain. Oh, this guy managed to survive. I guess they didn't want to go after him. Good with me. Okay. Going to keep that one. I know it's better, perhaps, to use these slots for, what's it called? The foreign cities, but I think as Mongols, you just have to embrace the fact that this is your destiny, you know? Move them there to heal. So they are fortified. I think I can kill that one. I'll have to start being more selective in which cities I'm keeping, though. But I do want to have sufficient city capacity, and you can go over as long as you have enough happiness. So maybe that's actually my strategy for this era, is to go for happiness production. If I can find things that provide it. Eliscorial. Ooh, that has settlement limit too. That actually could be really good for me. Okay. Settler is just making its way up here, hoping there's something for me. Yeah, I'm gonna reject that. I'm literally not gonna give him anything. It'd be very silly of me to do so. And mine might not be bad. 4 on the mine is pretty good. How many turns to grow? 20? Okay, let's get some more food. Then we can work on the observatory. Science there is good. Let's do that. And Athens, get a +8 observatory. Where's that? Right here. That would be like over the Emporium, though. I don't think we want to get rid of the Emporium. +7 here is pretty solid. A little over the barracks. So the Emporium is from the last era, but giving me 12 gold, which is an obscene amount of gold. I'll take the excess happiness. I wasn't doing, but I feel like I have a decent amount of influence now, so I don't feel as beholden to that, I guess. You needing to generate influence. Keshig, you can heal. That settler. And in Cahokia, you can actually purchase Fog and start doing some exploration out in the other direction here. Also maybe purchase an observatory. So this would be built over something else. Let's build right there. Morph, no. Temple, we will need. Hold off on that though. Okay. Need this guy to come heal. And we'll work on this settlement here. That heavy archer doesn't really sink. I'm actually gonna come back here, load up some more guys. Wow, guys are going to be working on the city. Okay. There's a guy coming here. Alright, I'm just going to buy a Keshig for defense. Oh, it didn't work. Or, what button did I press here? Oh, it showed up right there. Okay. Against the settlements. I mean, I guess defenseless, technically. Alright, let's have our cog come out this way. That settler's gonna heal for a bit while I try to explore. Get to the city center here. Okay, swordsman. You are loading up here. Great. And that's everyone for that commander. Keshigs backing. Get those out of there. Hey folks, thanks for joining me for this run so far. I had another 2 hour long recording session and I needed to split it up into two parts again, so I'm just throwing a cut pretty much right in the middle here before we kind of reorient for the rest of the antiquity and gear up to go into the exploration age. So hope you'll continue to join me for the rest of the run, and I'll see you soon.